Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Some senatorials went to Davao this week to meet with various local leaders and supporters. Independent candidate Raffy Tulfo eyes running for different political parties, while former Quezon City Mayor Herbert Bautista says he had met with the BBM Sara Uni team. Gemma Vansenia has the rest of the story.
Broadcaster and senatorial aspirant Raffy Tulfo is now in Davao to meet with some LGU officials and supporters. Yesterday, he was invited as guest speaker in Tagum City where he was mobbed by his fans. He then proceeded to Braulio Iduhali where he met the town's barangay functionaries. In an interview, Tulfo said it's long overdue for barangay tanods to be promoted as barangay peace officers.
So it's about time bigyan natin ng dignity ang ating mga tanod dahil sila ang ating frontliner pagdating sa peace and order sa barangay. Kailangan mabigyan silang respeto, pagandahin yung kanilang sweldo, benepisyo, at yung kanilang pangalan.
He also revealed that he talked to different political parties and agreed to be their common candidate.
So far, maganda naman yung reception. Pumapayag sila na sumama ako. Merong ilan, ayaw, gusto ko maging exclusive. So pag ganon, medyo hindi pwede dahil independent naman ako.
Another senatorial candidate, former Quezon City Mayor Herbert Bautista, also visited Davao this week. He met with 27 mayors from the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and discussed some issues such as economic development and peace and order.
Still, peace is very evasive in the area. Kahit na meron ng parang Bangsamoro Transition Commission doon. Still, dun sa lower echelon ng governance, meron pa rin magulong, especially kapag kami politika. So, that's why I left the question. Kailan ba natin mararating yung just and lasting peace dito sa lugar natin? Kasi, sayang I mean, yung Liguasian Marsh lang, talagang, it's a 270,000 hectares of possible oil, no? And, pwede natin i-anchor yun dun sa Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, East Asian Growth Area.
He also visited Tagum City and was invited to speak with the LGU employees. The senatorial aspirant also revealed that he had a meeting with BBM Sara tandem, but it is not yet clear if he will be included on the Marcos Duterte lineup. For News 5, Gemma Vansenia, we are One News.
Metro Manila still has the most number of COVID-19 cases. That's according to the data from the Health Department shared by Octa's Guido David. NCR has logged 67 new cases yesterday. It's followed by Negros Oriental with 20 new cases and Cavite with 17 cases. The rest are flashed on your screens. Meanwhile, among LGUs, Quezon City still has the most new COVID-19 cases yesterday at 14. It is closely followed by Manila with 13 new cases and Davao City, which recorded 10 new COVID-19 cases. A study in UK shows that booster shots improve protection to as much as 75% against the Omicron variant. Bloomberg's intelligence Sam Fazeli with the details.
Boosters giving 70 to 75% Omicron protection. Good enough?
Well, certainly from the headlines, which is all we've got at the minute, it sounds like a good number. But remember, a key detail is at what point after the booster they actually looked at the protection. But I would love this to be the case. I just hope that it ends up being exactly this number, and then we can get on and worry about how to manage it as you go 3, 4, 5 months post-booster.
Sam, Omicron is becoming a dominant force in the UK very, very quickly. Are you surprised how fast this is happening?
No, not judging by, well, actually, Guy, it's a little bit apparently faster than what's been seen in South Africa. But that might simply be because it was seeded a lot more quickly in lots of different places across the UK. So that slight difference of doubling time of 2 and a bit days versus 2 and a little bit more days is probably due to that. But frankly, it seems like a very infectious virus.
Yes, no, exactly. And going back to that protection from the boosters, I'm wondering, at least with Pfizer, for example, the booster is half a dose of what the original vaccine was. Do we need to rethink how much we're giving in a booster?
The Pfizer is not half a dose. Moderna is half a dose.
Okay,
Alex.
Moderna.
Yeah. Moderna is 50 micrograms. You could do that, but then of course that makes that other conversation that we regularly have, which is about vaccine equity, again a major issue. I think 30 micrograms is good enough. If you keep going higher, you start getting side effect issues. And it has to be studied, frankly. So you can't just randomly put a number in. But I think between Moderna and Pfizer, that's what we have to live with at the minute.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Many Filipinos have received their 13th month pay and Christmas bonuses, which already went to shopping and other things. But how should it be spent wisely? Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez gives us a front seat to the story.
Tis the season to be jolly. Indeed, Christmas is the most awaited season, not only for the gifts and family get-togethers, but of course, for 13th month pay and Christmas bonuses. 24-year-old communication specialist Jazz Denya has made plans for that extra money as early as 3 months ago.
Medyo nag-splurge muna ako sa mga pang personal na gamit like yung mga bags and mga pang office attire since start na kami ng 100% office attendance.
Jazz is just one of many Filipinos expected to indulge in the so-called revenge spending or spending big money to make up for lost time during the pandemic. But financial experts say there are other ways to maximize your 13th month pay.
Build up your emergency funds. There will always be emergencies that will happen to your life before you even deal with anything. Make sure you pay your debts.
Splurging is okay, but Mendoza says it's better to spend a little bit here and there than use up all your money in one go.
Kailangan kurot, huwag dakot. That's a rule. Pakunting-kunting nice dinner here and there, masarap na pagkain, a little bit of travel, maybe when it opens up.
Mendoza says now is the best time to grow your investments. He's been advising clients to have at least 2 portfolios.
May core portfolio ka. Doon nakasalalay yung talagang mga important goals mo like retirement, the education of your kids. Pero meron akong nakahiwalay, yung trading portfolio, nandyan yung laro. Alam mo, nagiging problema ng marami, halos lahat yung portfolio trading lang. Tapos pag naiipit, long term na.
Other financial experts also suggest setting aside a portion of your Christmas bonus to buy insurance. In short, enjoy your money, but think of the future too. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
Tracy Maureen Perez secures a spot in the top 30 of Miss World 2021. This after Perez beats Mexico in the second round of the head-to-head challenge fast track event. Perez also won the first round of the challenge, besting candidates from Puerto Rico, Slovenia, Macau, France, and Gibraltar. Now, the Cebuana beauty talked about being a miracle baby after her mother survived a car crash prior to her birth. Here's her winning answer.
The catch was, she was told that she would only live up until 30 years old and that it would be impossible for her to get pregnant and to bear a child. But with God's grace, my mom got pregnant at 33 years old, 3 years after her supposed life expectancy. And I was also a premature baby. I was only 6 months, and luckily my lungs were already fully developed, and that is how I was able to survive. So basically, my life is just a living proof that miracles do happen. And I am here to commit myself to help people see the little miracles in their lives too, because if we learn to look closely, we would understand that life is beautiful. Despite all the challenges, we can move forward and we can have a bright tomorrow.
Meanwhile, actress and Miss Universe 2021 judge Marian Rivera brought her iconic moves at the competition in Israel. In a video posted on the actress's Facebook page, Marian can be seen teaching her co-judge, Bollywood actress Urvashi Rautela, the choreography of Sabay Sabay Tayo, and Urvashi enthusiastically danced with Marian. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. 2 returning Filipinos from South Africa have yet to be tracked by the government amid the threat of the Omicron variant. The Office of the Solicitor General flagged supposed offensive tirades made by petitioners of the case against the anti-terror law. And NLEX survives an overtime thriller against Northport at the PBA Governors Cup, while Alaska Aces also beat San Miguel Beermen, chalking up their second straight win. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 2 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on a Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.